Good afternoon, children. So today we start with history, chapter number 9, Vital Villages, Thriving Towns. Over here, the first para says there's a small child named Prabhakar. Okay, he is at a blacksmith's shop. Blacksmith means children who prepare things out of iron. Okay, they melt the iron and they prepare different. They give shape to the iron, and when it cools down, that metal is prepared. That item is prepared. So what was Prabhakar doing? He saw tools made of iron, like axes were there, sickness. See the pictures given over here. Okay, in the textbook the pictures are given. So he saw on the benches few iron articles made of irons were kept for sale for people to take it, and there were two people who were continuously sitting near very hot fire was going on, and they were doing something over there. What were they doing? Actually they were melting the iron. Okay, and there was and one person was continuously hammering, means shaping the iron into, he was giving a shape to an iron. So much of noise was there, but then too it was fascinating, means he was loving watching what is going on. It is actually a fun to watch what a smith, how the blacksmith works, how the article is made from iron. So even Prabhakar was doing the same thing. In this chapter we are going to learn about the different tools, like different you can say different inventions which took place, means how people started first using stone, and then slowly iron was discovered. They started with iron things, then slowly again other things were discovered, and they started all those things, correct? So we are going to learn in this chapter all about those things, huh? Yeah, children. So first and foremost, this first para is saying about 300, like you can say 100 years ago, the invention of iron took place. Before that, there was no one knew that there is a metal named iron. Okay, so it's because of the digging of some people, they found some new thing, and then they named it as iron. Then slowly, within 5 years, people were aware okay, we can make use of iron because stone can break but iron cannot break. So different types of irons were iron articles started. Okay, people started making different type of irons, and mostly this work was done by the villagers. Fine. Yeah. So by the year, like within 5 years, like say you can say 3000 years ago, iron came into existence, and by 2500 all people were very much in use with iron. They got to know, means in olden days what was the use of iron? They used them for plowing fields, na, bullock behind, that thing is there na, for plowing, that is made up of iron. Then secondly, axes to cut the trees, correct? Then this way all different types of hammer, these all articles were made from iron. Okay, then slowly different things, like for example, first for agricultural purpose this became very helpful, for farming purpose plowers became very helpful, but that was very heavy, huh? Iron plowers were very heavy, but it was very helpful also. People could do things very faster compared to before, correct? Then the second step which took place, means how in villages different developments took place. Then just to increase the production, means look, the main, in villages most of the people's main work occupation or the work was farming, correct, growing crops. So one is plowing and all. They started using iron instruments which made their work, weapons, tools, different types of tools. So hunting is also easy. So this has helped. Secondly, if you go to see, the kings and all, they understood okay, water means, because farmers need a water, correct, to give water to the plants is necessary daily. That is called when we give water, through which facility we give, that is called irrigation. Irrigation means giving water to the plants through some method. Okay, so The kings understood this thing, and then king built canals, wells, tanks, and artificial lakes, so that from there, with the help of iron pipes, okay, water can be passed on to all the farms. So that is called irrigation took place. Now children, in villages, basically, in the olden days, in villages, there were three types of people. In any village you go, either you go in north, you go in south, east, west, anywhere. In all the villages, you will find main three groups of people. One is the landlords, the richest people. They have a lot of land. Then one is the small farmers who have a small piece of land and they grow crop and they survive. They eat. Okay, they sell that and they eat. The normal people. And the one which does not have any money, no land, they are laborer or servants. They work under the landlords or the farmers and they earn money. Okay, three types. In south, if you go to south, in Tamil Nadu, you will find the landlords were known as villalar. Then the normal farmers were known as uzhavar, and the servants or the laborers or the slaves who used to work for both of them, they were known as adimai, or they were also known as khadi sira. Got it? And if you go to compare the same thing in north also, there are three types of people. The richest people or the landlords, they were also known as Bajakas, and they were the main Grama Bajakas. Grama Panchayat means they were the main leaders of the, like Panchayat, okay? Punch of the village. They used to act like lawyer also, means they used to give judge, they act like a judge also. If two people are fighting in the village, they used to go to the Bajaka, okay, in north. They were known as Bajakas. And they also acted like policemen, means they always used to see, okay, there is nothing wrong, no fighting, no stealing going on around in the village. So these work also they had. And it was a hereditary, means Bajaka family will only become the next Bajaka, okay, the next Panchayat. It was hereditary. And the landlord had so much, the Bajakas had so big acres of land, okay, they used to appoint people to grow crops on their lands, okay. Over here, the normal farmers, they were known as the normal farmers, simple, the small landlords or the small farmers, okay, they were known as they were known as grihapatis. Okay, the small farmers were known as grihapatis, and the laborers or the servants who worked for both of them, they were known as dasa karmakaras. Got it? Yeah. And children, in the villages you also find some other people other than farmers, like blacksmiths, potters, carpenters and weavers. Okay, they were very less in. You will find two small blacksmiths maximum, two carpenters, not much, hardly you will find them. Okay, but mostly they were farmers only. Got it? Now if we talk about how the different literature, like in different regions or different states, you listen to different stories, and also how literature took place. Literature or the stories, books, they are known as jatakas. Correct? Jatakas are people who used to write stories which used to give lesson, like people used to learn, they had a moral in the stories. Okay, and these jataka stories were based on Buddhism. They used to follow Buddhism. This were the Buddhi monks, means the sadhus, okay, saints, who used to write the jataka stories. Okay, they used to tell to poor people. Mostly they used to tell story about the poor people and how the rich people used to exploit them. Okay, so in the book you will find one of the stories of the jatakas. Then secondly, we there were also improvement, like as the archaeologists went on digging, they found many different things from which we can make out in olden days these all things were also used. Like, can you see this man, what he is doing? He is making a statue. Okay, sculpture. And then big sculptures or pillars were made. Pillars, can you see side by two pillars? So to decorate the king's kingdoms. Okay, and same way round pipes were also made for garbage and all to move away from the pipelines. Okay, so see, in those days also different techniques were used, though there was no metal which we are using now, but the metal which was available that time, they used to use ceramics or the clay. Then if you see over here, you will also see woods on wood they have done carvings, beautiful carvings. So these were the frames which the kings used to keep in their kingdom as decorations. Got it? Then children, in olden days, you now we have rupees, that is in notes, and we have coins, correct? In olden days there were mudras. These mudras were of different metal. In the starting there was nothing, then it was of stone, then slowly iron was found, so mudra of iron was made. Then mudra of copper was discovered, coppers mudras were made, gold mudras, silver mudras. Okay, you will see the face or some sign of the king of that, the date of the king when he was over there, ruled over there, or the name on the mudras. So different mudras were used to for buying and selling of things. Clear? Yeah. Now children, we talk about how different places they got very popular or very populated, why people started going in different places and staying. Now we take an example of Mathura. Mathura is a capital of King Kansa. Kans, if you know the story of Krishna, when he was a child he had an uncle named Kans. Okay, and the king of Kans, kingdom of Kans, the capital of that was Mathura, and the Mathura place was very rich. People were very happy over there because all had their own cows through which they used to get milk and milk products. Then they had their own farms, and the people were happy over there. Now, because this was a land of Krishna, Lord Krishna, many people came to visit over there as pilgrimage. Okay, because it was a place where Krishna was whole childhood he had spent over there. So people came as pilgrimage over there, and they saw the place is very good, and the trading is going on very good. So they started staying over there. So this way many people from surrounding came and started settling in Mathura. Okay, and Mathura became very popular. You will find many monasteries, Jaina shrines, and even an important center for the worship of Krishna. Means in Mathura, people were so many people came because slowly you find a place where Krishna's temple was built, and even different other monasteries, means different temples and different monasteries, means children, it is sort of fort only, sort of temple only. Okay, kingdoms, small kingdoms, or that were all different things were monasteries, Jaina shrines, and place for worship of Krishna. These all were developed, so more and more people started coming into it and staying over there. And most of the things you find during those days were made of stones. Okay, in Mathura. And in Mathura you find people working, like you find goldsmith, blacksmith, weavers, basket makers, garnel makers, means flower makers, perfume makers. So lot of people you find staying in Mathura. This was all discovered because of the archaeologist. Okay, same way there were people who said fine poet, like there were people who used to make good pots, pottery people. Pottery means they prepare pots, and even pots were used as a decorative part. How? One pot on that another pot on that another pot, that way it was decorated and it was kept in the what we say in the kingdoms as a decorative thing. Got it? Then we talk about crafts and craftsmen per people. So crafts over here are the like people making pottery, or the blacksmith making iron sheets, articles out of iron. You find different people working differently. Some people, they were good in making shirins. Now making shirins means, children, one person, he knows something and he train other people, so that many people together can do the work more faster. Those are known as shirins. Okay, so in that, people, it is like a school for training, school for other craftsmen people. Okay, so this way even the woman got money. And in shirins, people also, you had the facility to get money, like we get money as loan from bank. Now the shirins also used to provide money. So this way people were prospering, and even women participated in this. They also, because it was a school, training school, they also went and learned many craftships, many things like stitching, weaving, and they also became very satisfactory. They started earning. Okay. Now children, we talk about a place called Arikama, Arikamenu. Arikamedu. Okay, Arikamedu is a place you find in Pondicherry, that is in south. Okay, in Pondicherry. Now this is a coastal area, means it is a corner of, this is the seashore area. Coastal area means surrounded by oceans. Okay, over here ships were loaded and unloaded, means from there goods were loaded, unloaded. In the ship goods were kept, from the ship goods were taken out from different lands, from different places, not from our country but from different lands also. Okay, and because it was connected through sea, and in olden days sea route was the main transportation facility, correct? So we could connect to many other countries, and different things like wine, oil from different countries could enter into our country, and our articles could go to different countries. Okay, so this way we got connected to places like Europe, Rome, Europe, Mediterranean regions, and all this. Mainly it is because of which port? The port which is in Pondicherry. The name of the port is Arikamedu. Okay children, with this the chapter gets over. Please read the chapter. I'll give the question answers. Yeah. See you. Bye bye.